This is gonna sound like maintenance to a lot of y'all motherfuckers, but maintenance is something you have to do over and over and over. It's repetitive, so I don't really give a fuck. We're gonna jump right into it. The reason why you're not rich yet is not because you don't have the time. You just refuse to enforce the consequences onto your life. Let's get right into it today. You have time. You have time, but not in the way that you think you have time. The time that you have is free. You have spare time to implement the things that you need to do to get to where you're looking to go. Like I always say, success is subjective and it's different for everybody. It's not, ooh, flashy cars, women, expensive lifestyle. That's not everyone's dream. Some people, it's to live in the middle of nowhere, away from everybody and just themselves, with maybe an animal, right? Their pet. You might want a pond, right? So you might want to live on a yacht, who knows? Some of you want to live in a different country. Some people want to travel. Some people want to be a chef. Who the fuck cares? No one else cares but you. And therefore that means you need to put the most amount of effort and time into your goal and your desired success path. Point one, time doesn't build. Pressure does. If you're a man, you probably have a lot of fucking excess time. Whether you believe it or not, you have time in abundance. I know you might work a 9 to 5. I know you might work somewhere that is very taxing on your body. I know that your mental capacity is being used while you're at work. But what you're not acknowledging is the fact that you actually do have the time to aim the rest of your energy towards your goal, along with all of that time that you get given. You don't want to put the hard pressure of knowing that even though my time is limited, that limited time can be used to gain some traction on where I want to go. I'll use a personal story, and I know you might be tired of hearing it too. I don't give a fuck, because it's the way, it's the blueprint. When I was at Coke, putting bottles on the shelf non-stop, from, hey, I used to wake up at like 4:45, 5 o'clock, work until like 4:30, 5 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon, come home, go to the gym, cook food, and then from like 10 to 1 in the morning, work on a path to getting out, while also bringing my computer to that job because I had 30 minutes to an hour for lunch. And what did I do? Sit in my car and work on my computer. It's not that you don't have time, it's that you don't want to apply the pressure onto yourself to use that time productively. And that extrapolates to anybody. I don't care what realm you sit in, because certain people, it's not just about, 9 to 5s. Some of y'all are entrepreneurs that are doing okay, but want to either shift into a new business, a new venture, or add an arm, a new vertical within your current business. And you complain about, I don't have the time to do so. I don't know where I'm going to find more time. You aren't busy, bro. To the extent that you think you are. There are ways to make systems work more efficiently so that it frees up your time. There are ways to delegate things that you just want to have power over because you're a control freak that will free up your time. And so what you're doing is you're avoiding the pressure that it puts on you. Yes, I understand it may be a strain. Yes, I understand it might take a little bit more effort in using that little bit of time that you have. If you have a structure, what the fuck is your structure without a threat? You must be able to test that structure that you have. The only way that you are going to get to the next level, ascend to the success path, or into the next goal, the next checkpoint, is if you pressurize the structure that you have and see what its capacity is. How well can you put more stress and threat almost towards the structure that you've built? If it's not tested, you're just masturbating yourself, bro. It's just masturbation. I have a system that works right now, but I'm gonna complain to say I want to get to the next level, but I'm not willing to put my structure under a stress test to see if it's capable of holding the abundance that I'm looking to go get. A lot of y'all have all of the drive to get to where you want to go. It's not a lack of drive, it's not a lack of ambition. It's that you don't want to put pressure on yourself. So that could be laziness, because you can be ambitious and lazy. I want to be over there, and I know all the ways to get there, but that's a lot of fucking tedious work that I really don't want to put onto my life right now, because it's going to take up all my time. And the little time I want to coddle myself and relax, because life is hard. You see why I talk so fucking aggressive? Because if you don't understand that life is not supposed to be easy, especially when you're trying to do an extraordinary thing. Do you think the extraordinary is called the extraordinary because average people can attain it? Absolutely not. Extraordinary people attain extraordinary results and goals. So if you are looking to be extraordinary or above average, well above average, you're gonna be abnormal. Which means all of that little time that you have, you better be carrying around your laptop, using your phone, not for fucking liking Instagram baddies or going on Instagram to get a laugh because life is hard. You need to be using that shit to make money. Figuring out ways to simplify your life. Life is a system. And therefore, if you pressurize your system, you're gonna see cracks. Okay, great. Exposing your cracks will help you understand how to fix them. Where did they come from? What did I not do? What did I do well? But you're using that spare time that you have, no matter how busy you are. Don't care. You have spare time. You need to use it. A mental model that I think about all the time is one, mortality. So thinking and knowing that I'm going to die at some point and the opportunity to function in the way that I live right now in this body is gonna expire at some point makes me just want to work all the time. So yes, you need to have a mental model that forces you into working when you don't feel like it. Because if you only operate with your feelings, again, your thoughts, emotions, actions, your reality, if you don't follow that mental model and have something that's pushing you forward, you're not gonna get to where you wanna go. Unfortunately, like, who cares? Only you care. So therefore you need to put so much effort and attention onto making sure your systems run tight. And almost like every day counts. If you don't want to use mortality, at least think about that every single day that you slip, every single day that you try to soften the blow of life, every single day you don't want to add pressure to squeeze out the maximum efforts that you can possibly give. Every day you're pausing or delaying on that, you are running your future dry. You are not computing, you are not giving and outputting everything you need to get to the next thing. If you want to put the laws into aspect here, everything has a cause and effect. The reason you're going to get to your goal is by what you put in towards it. The cause. What are you putting inside of your goal to get the actual goal completed? Point 2, again, we're going to start getting you out of here early. Expensive delays. When you start to make your delays expensive, you'll stop doing them. What do I mean by that? You have private intentions or you have public vows. When you commit to a public vow, you are telling everybody watching you, pressure, that you are about to do and commit yourself to something, giving you a timeline goal, saying it out loud and having witnesses to hear you say what you have to say. It gives you the pressure you need if you can't build it yourself. You're now having external pressures. And so now that voice of failure is sitting right there every time you delay. So when you delay, it's like, fuck, I already told everybody I'm about to do this and complete this. Fuck. Right? But if you keep it in your private intentions and know, hey, I want to try and do this, and you're just in yourself, writing in your journal, you're never going to get there. Because there's no one keeping you accountable. Especially in this sort of society we have, people and men especially don't like to be held accountable. Especially not by other men. So instead, what you should do is just publicly vow what you're about to do. Your audience will keep you accountable. They will probably check in. Every post that you make better be showing some sort of progress. Now don't get too deep into the public vows to where it's toxic to your being, but you need somebody on your ass because a lot of you can't do that by yourself. And I'm not gonna get into that, that's a different video. But if you don't have the ability to add the pressure so that you can squeeze out the consequence of success, then public vow it is. Make your delays expensive. Force yourself into pushing forward regardless of how you feel. Next, what you want to do is sell your product before it's done. Do not sit here, ooh, it needs to be perfect, I need to get it right. Because it's gonna be in the public eye, it has to be cement. It needs to be at its final form. Nothing you ever do in this lifetime will be in its final form. Ever. Never. You will always be having tweaks. You will always have to put pressure towards your new system that you built to see the cracks. And I promise you, nothing is perfect. You're going to have seasons where your shit was working one day, and then you're gonna have to reassess and say, fuck, something changed, I need to change. Great. The people that get the success and the abundance that they're looking for in whatever fast they want it are the ones who can adapt to their environment and adapt to their audience's needs. And those change, those shift. You think if you make, like for me, for example, as I'm making videos today, these are not going to be the same videos I make in 6 months, 12 months. They're going to evolve. They're going to change as not only I change, but also you change. Therefore, the need for a voice and a need to push the correct rhetoric towards you is going to change. Extrapolate that into your business, into your life. The product that you're providing to people is going to have to change as their needs may change. And so you don't need to get so rigid into this perfectionist sort of mindset to say, I need to get it perfect. I need to get it right all the time. No, produce what you have right now, send it out into the field and see what the responses are and the feedback. And as you get the feedback, you change along with putting pressure onto the system to see where you can internally change so that your systems run more effectively. You must understand that the laws of the realm work with you. They're not rigid in the sense that you must have everything perfect on time. No, they work as a set of boundaries that you must follow that will streamline your path to wherever you're trying to go. Could be women, could be business, could be environment, could be locate. Doesn't matter what you're looking at and what you have in the top of that mentalism law that you're looking to get. It just needs to be at the top of your brain all the time. So if you can get it at the top of your brain all the time, you don't need it to be perfect because your audience is going to tell you what you're looking for. Your clients are going to tell you what they need and what's changing in their lives, in their business. You have to think in an adaptive and progressive way. You should always be like 6 months to a year ahead when you start to plot out what's coming up the pike. Think about what's going to be needed in this product that you have next year. Think about all of the angles. Plan to the end. Don't just stop at what feels comfortable because you want to make a quick buck. Think it through. Find all the consequences. Find all the hairline fractures you may have missed. And refine as you go forward. Nothing's ever perfect. But that's why we're living. We always have time to correct. We always have time to add pressure. Add the pressure you need and adjust. Last point. Point 3. Build from consequence, not comfort. This is war, and let me really get serious with y'all. This is war. This isn't somewhere where you could sit in your comfortability and think like, oh shit, I'm gonna get to where I want to be just because I set the intention and know the direction I want to be. Law isn't going to kick you in your ass and tell you go. Law is going to sit there and wait for you to prove to yourself that you are the man you say you are, that your product is what you say it is. Pressure. You must pressurize your systems, your products, your environment, your employees, yourself. This is war on all fronts. Business is serious. No matter what tier you're at, B2C, B2B, it doesn't matter. You have to get into a mindset that I'm going to build from consequence, which just means I'm going to put myself in the position to understand that, okay, cool, my product isn't perfect, my service isn't perfect, but we'll adjust as we go, as the consequences start to add up. Think about it. Your end goal is whatever it is. Work backwards from it. Because realistically, your efforts and the pressures that you put onto yourself to put out an input is going to garnish you an effect, which is the success of your goal. If you work backwards from the success, what is that person doing as in that moment of time, in that timeline that you have all the success? What is that person doing already? Because you can then realize, okay, cool, if the consequence is me getting my goals and succeeding, what is he doing? Is he waking up on time? Is he going to the gym on time? Is he cutting everybody out that is not of equal frequency? Is he attuning himself to the adaptive changes he needs to make? Is he understanding his client base? Is he understanding where the projections are for the year and next year? Those are the things you must keep in account. It's not just this, ooh, I have a product and now I'm looking to sell. If you're serious about your life and you're serious about the goal that you want, you must get serious about the fucking back end work that you must do. Log everything. Check metrics. The boring parts of your business is what actually creates the foundation that builds the empire, that you build the empire on. the back end, the understanding of trajectories, the understanding of your current revenue streams, the understanding of your expenses, the understanding of what is coming in and what's leaving, dependent on how the business is changing and altering. Okay, cool. What is the mood and the temperament of our target audience? Who is our target audience? Where do they stay? Because environment also dictates that as well. You have to think of all of these things as you try to get to your goal while building systems that need to be pressurized. There will be leaks. There will be hairline fractures that turn into bigger problems. And a lot of the hairline fractures in business are ignored. Why? Because they're hairline fractures. Hey, they don't fucking ruin the big system. But in 5 years, they're going to be the reason your system fails. And you don't want to be in a system failure to then realize, fuck, we should have figured out this problem before, but we ignored it. So you must always understand that adapting as a man is your fucking superpower. You can't just work off of, ooh, vibe. I'm vibing. Who the fuck cares about your vibe? I don't give a fuck about your vibe, nor does your clientele, nor does your audience. They do not give a fuck about your vibe. Are you who you say you are or not? Is your product going to do for them what it said it would or not? See, y'all done fell into a trap of thinking that society as a whole is on bullshit, when realistically, a lot of the components of society, yes, are going awry. But the main components that are keeping people sane and not on the streets are what you need to worry about. And sometimes that is just making sure that your shit works in accordance to the way that you said it would. In every aspect of life, right? A lot of you speak from a place of, ooh, I got this. I'm a masculine man. I have structure. My business has structure. My product is what it is. I'm not emotional. But in true reality, when you close the door, your private intentions are what's killing you, because you don't even know what the fuck they are, and you haven't refined them enough so that you understand how to execute them on a day-to-day basis. I'm telling you, business is about self-mastery and understanding yourself on an energetic level. And you must use the laws of the realm to get there, but you also have to pressurize the systems as you are making them. This isn't like spiritual woo-woo. This is just real shit that people refuse to talk about because it's not easy. To do that stuff is not easy, and that's why the majority of people never get to their goals. But if you are very serious about your goals and you want to make a dent in your timeline and change the trajectory of your bloodline, you hit that link in below, because this is all we talk about. How to refine yourself to get to the goals that you are looking for, while also injecting business strategies that have built hundreds of thousands of dollars year over year, 7 figures for myself. I'm giving you the blueprint, and it is in the description below. So listen, you don't need more time. You need to move like your bloodline depends on it. And if that's too aggressive for you, consider yourself warned.